What's up, fellow travelers? Are you interested in slow travel or trying to be a digital nomad, or are you just curious about what it looks like for somebody who lives that kind of lifestyle? Well, I'm here to break down some of the truths, some of the misconceptions, and maybe you can kind of get an idea if this lifestyle is right for you. My name is Caleb, and I have been a full-time digital nomad and slow traveler for about 4 or 5 years now here in South America. On paper, digital nomading sounds really nice. You get to work from exotic locations all around the world, and to a certain degree this is true. One of the reasons that I really enjoy this lifestyle is the flexibility and independence that it gives me, meaning I can live anywhere I want to, whenever I want to. If I want to live somewhere kind of hot and tropical, like Caraguatatuba, Brazil, which is where I am right now, surrounded by beautiful greenery. If you want to go to the tops of mountains, if you want to go somewhere cold, if you want to live in a cool big city like Buenos Aires, that is up to you and you can choose. Obviously, this also comes with a variety of opportunities to experience new cultures, new foods, meet new people. I've made some great friendships and I've found some places here that I plan on definitely returning to in the future. And I only know about those places because of the slow travel lifestyle that I live. Basically, if you're the kind of person that really likes exploration, if you like to see and do new things, if you like to maybe live a little bit outside of your comfort zone and have new experiences, then digital nomading may just be your type of thing. One common misconception that we encounter a lot during our journey talking to various people is that a lot of people think that you need a large monthly income or you need to have a lot of money to be a full-time traveler or a digital nomad. This just realistically isn't true. Part of why we like this lifestyle is our ability to save money while going to new places. We are lucky enough to have fully remote work where we can go anywhere we want when we want to, but I understand that some people are maybe limited by time zones or they're only allowed to travel within a certain area or country. But if you can, living in a more affordable part of the world can be an excellent way to save money, especially if you are earning in euros or USD. Places like South America, Southeast Asia, or even there's some cool spots in Africa or the Balkans in Europe, these can be really affordable, with general cost of living prices maybe a third to a quarter of those in some European countries or North American countries. This is a rough average, but generally traveling throughout most of South America as a single solo traveler, you could survive in most places for around $1,000 a month, with only a few exceptions, those being Chile or especially Uruguay. Digital nomading can be a pretty good way to meet new people, especially like-minded people that like to do new things or explore different parts of the world. The digital nomading community can sometimes be hit or miss, but I would say overall most of the people that we have met have been pretty open-minded, warm, friendly, and definitely an adventurous group of people. Not to mention being able to make friends with local people, which is one of the best parts about traveling. Having somebody invite you over for a local grill night in Brazil or Argentina, or going to some kind of beach party in northern Colombia or Ecuador. These are the kind of moments that really help you immerse yourself in the culture when you make a couple of local friends. In short, if you're somebody who likes adventure, who likes to try new things and meet new people, and perhaps live a little bit outside of your comfort zone sometimes, then digital nomad may be your kind of thing, especially if you would like to save money and travel at the same time. Slow travel in particular can be an amazing experience. If you can earn a remote 1,000 USD or euros per month, then you could be a digital nomad now. If you are from such countries like Canada, the US, or many countries in Europe, such as Spain or France or Germany, then you have already a pretty powerful passport that will let you travel to a lot of countries visa-free just by arriving. So take advantage of this, especially if you have some remote income. Get out there and see some new parts of the world. Well, are there any negatives to being a digital nomad? Definitely, and it is not for everybody. Depending on your line of work, a lot of digital nomads are somewhat entrepreneurial or don't have one solid, consistent revenue stream. A lot of kind of feast and famine goes on in the digital nomad community, where people maybe earn a lot for a certain time of year or from a certain job, while other times there can be some pretty low monthly income. You have to be able to budget, plan ahead, and definitely consider long-term goals and the future if you want to be a digital nomad. You also have to consider things like internet connectivity. Rural areas may not be as suitable for you, and you may be kind of stuck in big cities that have a consistent internet. Managing yourself and your time is also a really big part of being a digital nomad. Often you will not have the same support systems that you may have in your home city, where you're maybe surrounded by long-term friends or other family members. You have to be really self-reliant, and you have to be able to figure out things on your own if you're going to be a digital nomad. For example, work-life balance can be really difficult. If you are someone who is lucky enough to find consistent online work, having to manage your free time and work for yourself can be a bit challenging, especially if you live in some place that's really fun and makes it feel like you're on a vacation. Which, a quick word, digital nomading is not a permanent vacation. I am inside working most days, but I have the opportunity to go and explore and do new things on the weekends or my days off. But it is not a permanent vacation, which is one common misconception that we have seen as well. On top of this kind of thing, there are some somewhat bureaucratic challenges to being a digital nomad as well, like considering taxes and visas for all the countries that you go to. Depending on how much you make, this may not be an issue, but I would always consider doing some research beforehand, especially if you're going to maybe a more unknown area or unknown country. As a digital nomad, you also have to be pretty good at planning itineraries, or just at least being able to buy tickets, research things online, and do a certain amount of investigation so that you can have a successful transfer each location. Now, I said in the first half of the video that being a digital nomad can be a really great way to kind of meet some like-minded people or befriend some locals. And this is true, but I've actually also seen quite a few cases of digital nomads becoming lonely. You're not around your family, you're not around your brothers, your sisters, your mom, your dad, you're not around maybe those close friends that you've had for a long time. You have to be able to be with yourself a certain amount, and you have to be able to be somewhat outgoing to kind of put yourself out there and meet these people and befriend these locals. So if you're kind of an introverted person, this can be a little bit difficult. On the flip side, if you're somebody that just kind of wants to spend time alone and you want to solo travel and walk around silently through all of these beautiful places, and then you want to go home and have a nice Airbnb or apartment to yourself and not worry about any knocks on the door, that can also be a pretty good option as a digital nomad. So, is this lifestyle for you? In short, if you are somebody who is diligent, self-motivated, likes to explore, is okay with being outside of their comfort zone, likes to learn new things, likes to meet new people, is alright with managing their time, is okay with being with themselves for extended periods of time, and generally has confidence enough to do this kind of lifestyle on their own. You do kind of have to bet on yourself. That is what we did 4 or 5 years ago, and we've loved it ever since. I highly recommend maybe doing some more research, trying a small stint, 2, 3, maybe 6 months of a travel, and seeing if it's something that you're going to like. Make sure that you check visa, cost of living, and do plenty of research on the place that you're going to, maybe learn a little bit of the local language, and test it before you fully jump in and dedicate. But for those that do find something they like, it is an absolutely spectacular lifestyle, and we have really had an amazing time. If you end up being a digital nomad or are trying to go down this journey, go ahead and contact us. Leave your questions in the comments. Give this video a like. We specifically focus on budget travel and slow travel, so those are 2 things we promote. If that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and join our community. Till next time, guys. See you later.